Hey guys, so yeah, this workout I did with Ben, we did 20, 15, 10 on the watt bike, and then we did 80 kg deadlifts, and then 50-pound shoulder to overhead, alternating each arm. Yeah, here we go. So we did a pretty tasty warm up before this, and like starter workout before this, and my legs felt really good. So I got on this bike and I was cycling at about 1500 calories on this 20 cal cycle. Felt good. Ben's legs are not recovering as well as mine this week, so he's taking it a little bit easier. As you can see, I'm obviously getting up first. We've also been doing shitloads of deadlifts this week, so both of our legs, both of our glutes and hamstrings and backs are a bit sore, so that's why we've gone down to 80 kgs from 100, 120. You can see with Ben's deadlifts, he's struggling to pick up 80 today, and he was flying through 100 the other day. But yeah, we got through it anyway. So I think here now, I did my reps on the deadlifts. I did 8, 6, 6 for the first round. That was my second 6. Now into the shoulder to overhead. For the shoulder to overheads, my right arm was going up fine. My left arm was struggling. And my technique, because my lower back's a bit sore from all the deadlifts, you'll see my knees are going forward over my toes rather than my bum going back. And yeah, the technique's just not great. That's why I was having to drop the dumbbell down to like my waist or down to the floor and having to pick it up each time, and that was draining my shoulders even more. What you'll see later on in the video is I start changing it at the top, dropping it back down and firing it back up. So once we do this 20, 15, 10 calories on 20, 15, 10 on the watt bike, the deadlifts and the shoulder to overhead, we take a 2-minute break and then get going again. And we do 15, 10, 5 on the second round. That is just an all-out sprint to the finish basically, so just going as fast as you can, because it's a lot easier than doing 20, 15, 10. We just really go for it. Well, I definitely go for it. Yeah, as you can see, Ben's doing half reps at the top of his push press, not locking out that elbow. I think he wouldn't get the reps if we were actually in a competition. So now 15 cals for me on my bike. Just really working, like what I was thinking on these was come out of the gates really hard, find a pace that feels a little bit uncomfortable, and then pull it back just slightly so that I know I can push again for the last 6 or 7 calories, and ease off again for the last calorie just before I get into those deadlifts. Let my legs get a bit more blood, get a bit of recovery, and then get into those deadlifts so I can fire through the deadlifts nice and fast. When we get into this next set of deadlifts, I do 3 sets of 5, so it's not too bad actually. Or I think actually I do 7, 4, 4. We'll see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3 5s. 3 5s. I think I nearly get through them all just as Ben's getting off the bike. It just shows how much he's used his legs this week. So Ben would usually beat me on anything to do with cardio. So it just shows how tired his legs are this week. I think by the time we did this session, this was 8 days training in a row without rest. So both of our bodies are a bit damaged. Like we're not definitely nowhere near peak. Now I'm having to clean and press because I haven't figured out that I can change the weight above my head. I'm dropping it to the floor to rest and then cleaning it up every time. Just wasting energy, wasting unnecessary seconds, and the workout becomes a lot slower because of it. So I've got 5 more. just trying not to let Ben get anywhere near me. Don't want to lose that lead, because I know he can always catch me on that bike, because he'll just be consistent and work at the same pace for the whole time. So this is my 10 calorie bike. Just got to work through that now. No, yeah, so on the 10 calorie, all I'm thinking is, okay, I'm going to get a 2-minute rest soon, start pushing, start working, get through it as fast as I can. You'll see on the deadlifts, I kind of just try to fire through them as quick as I can. And then once we get into the next bit, so we'll have a 2-minute rest, and then once we get into that, you'll notice like I figure out that I can change the weight above my head for those shoulder press, and I fire them out a lot faster. So the end of the workout's pretty quick. Unfortunately, at our gym we don't have assault bikes, so we have to use the watt bike, and you'll see every time we get on them, they reset themselves. So we have to get in, we have to push all the buttons through, and it takes a good 5-10 seconds to get the watt bikes ready to actually count our calories, which is quite annoying. Yeah, just coming on to my last few shoulder press. I think I got 5 more. 5. There we go. So now I've got a 2-minute rest, and I think Ben's got another minute of work, and then he gets through his shoulder press, and then he also didn't rest for the full 2 minutes when we get into the next bit. So I think I made up a bit more time again on the next bit, on the second half of the workout. So at this point, I come over and say to Ben, I'm like, should we do the rest of the workout? Should we really finish it? We were actually going to put the weights up to 100 kgs for the deadlift and 30 kgs for the shoulder to overhead, but honestly, like, we're just ruined at this point. Been a really long week, so we just stuck to what we were doing and just got through some more work. So there we go, I got a minute, and then I'm back on the bike. So yeah, so when we do our workouts at Skybody, we always do a warm-up, and our warm-up will always be about a 5 calorie row, maybe 5 squats, 10 meter bear crawl, 5 glute bridges, 5 push-ups, and we'll do that for 3 rounds. That's like an activator warm-up, so that'll get up all of our muscles starting to fire, and a little bit of a sweat on. And then we'll always go into a starter. So our starters will always be like a 21-15-9, something short that we can kind of sprint through, but we don't have to work too hard. Gets our heart rate up, we get really sweaty, and that means we can go into a big workout like this, or we can go into some main lifts and work as hard as we can. Sorry, I got something in my throat. And then yeah, that's why we can really push, and why we are able to do those 8 days a week, because we're warming up for a good 35 minutes before we actually do the bulk of the session. So here, back on the bike, I'm on 15 calories, going for as fast as I can. You can see that my cadence has slowed down a lot since the 20 calories when I started it at the beginning. I think now I'm cycling at about 1100, whereas I started at about 1500 calories per hour, so a lot slower. You can see in the waddle as well, my legs are feeling it. So 15 deadlifts, I think I do them in 3s again. 3 sets of 5, sorry. But knowing that I've only got 10 and 5 to go after this, you'll notice my rest isn't very long. I take a few steps back, get straight back into the bar and go again. So it's never more than 3 to 5 seconds for a rest. Ben and I try to do that with all of our workouts. Whenever we're resting, don't rest for more than 3 to 5 seconds. But what that also means is that you have to rest before you need more than 3 to 5 seconds rest. So always stop before you need to take a good 10 seconds rest. There's no point in pushing that far that you're going to need to take 10, 15 seconds rest. We may as well rest earlier, take shorter rest. We find that we get through the workouts a lot faster because of that. Also means that your muscles are never fully fatiguing, and then that also means that you're going to be recovering better, so you can train for those 8 days like we have over the past week and a bit. So now you see I'm transferring the weight over the head and able to fire it up a lot faster. So I'm using that rebound action to fire the weight back up. It's a lot faster than what I was trying to do at the start. A lot less taxing on the shoulders and also the lower back. So that's what I was talking about there. Having to get on the watt bike and push a few buttons. You're losing like 2-3 calories of cycling just doing that. Which is annoying, but not the end of the world. Especially when we're just training. We're not competing, so it's not an issue. Yeah, so that bike slowed down a lot. So what we wanted to do in this, obviously we've got the cycle, that's the cardio element, the cardiovascular like burner. You're going to get that blood flow all around the body. The deadlift is a pull. We're really working on the posterior chain there. And then we've got the push. And that's a full body push because you have to use your legs, you have to use your upper body, your shoulders, also your chest, your arms. So it's a good mix of movements. Definitely suggest trying it. We both said after the workouts, for the first time in a long time, we walked away from it going, really enjoyed that workout. It's a good mix of moves. It's tough, but rewarding at the same time. So just finished my 10 deadlifts. I pick this weight up and keep it up above the head. Just fire it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then just for 5s to go. So I think I should get this 5 calorie bike in done in about 30 seconds. And then back out onto that deadlift and just try to get through those deadlifts as fast as possible. There we go. So onto the deadlifts now. Pull. 3. Yeah, so you can see like I'm just trying to get through those as quick as possible. My back is really tight at this point. So I'm just trying to basically just truck in. Keep that weight above my head. My left arm just didn't want to move. That was me, finished. So that took, just over 10 minutes. I think it was about 10 minutes 40 total. For something like that, we got 3 moves, 3 times. We'd probably put about a 12-minute cap on it. If you were, for us, because we're not cross athletes or anything, 12-minute cap. If you were going more elite, probably put a 10-minute cap on that, or even a 9-minute cap, and just try to work through it as fast as possible. But again, this is at the end of a long week, so we probably would be able to get this whole workout done a lot faster if we, if we're fresh. Sorry, that's just little Ralph having a bath. Come. So yeah, that's about it. That's everything really. You see Ben here is just finishing up his workout. He's just over a minute behind, I think. Yeah. It's quite good. Sorry, that workout took longer than 10 minutes, so I was looking at the wrong time on the camera. That would have been about 14 minutes actually, so it's quite a good amount of time. So in that case, you were saying 3 exercises for 21:59, say 4 minutes, 3 minutes per exercise, so that's 9, and then we did 20, 15, 10, so they had about 9 minutes, and then 15, 10, 5, you're looking at about another 6 minutes on top of that. So yeah, 15-minute time cap, be about right. That's good. All right, make sure you guys give it a go. Let me know how it goes for you, and push your times down below. Cheers.